All right, karibuni sana. This is the Tubonge talk show. Karibu sana for your viewing. We appreciate you so much, and we welcome you to subscribe to the PCA Thome online page. Thank you so much for coming on board. Today is a very, very special show because this week is the Christian Education Week, and I'm so grateful for you having this opportunity to join us. I'm your host, Chege Chosen, and I'm not alone. I have a great guest here with me today, and I want to give her this opportunity just to introduce herself and say hi to you. Karibu sana.
Hi, my name is Cathrine Nyambura. I am a member of PCA Thome and Christian Education District Representative from Broadway East. We do a lot in Christian education. And personally, I'm an office administrator, I'm counselor. So we are going to do a lot with you this week.
Asante sana. In fact, the Christian education are doing amazing job. Of course, they're the people who put up some of the seminars in church, and again, they support the education in Garden Estate Primary and Secondary. And this is one of the great projects that they are doing in Garden Estate. Watch this.
Every child deserves a chance to learn and to grow, but for many of our neighbors and children in our community, hunger is a daily struggle. In March 2017, PCA Thome recognized this issue and took action. This was after testimonies from the teachers that the pupils rummage their bags for any eatables and students go days without food. The church then initiated a feeding program by providing uji and githeri. The feeding program has been a success, but with the introduction of the CBC, we have seen an increased number of students, and hence we need to provide more.
I'm from Garden Estate Primary School. It has been a blessing to have you, the PCEA Church, providing for us food and even porridge. The food is sweeter, and even the porridge. It helps other pupils who are hungry, even the little ones. And thank you, and may God bless you.
I'm hereby to say thank you to the PCA Church for the porridge and the lunch. Before you started providing us with porridge, some kids would stay hungry and some even won't concentrate in their schoolworks. Even some people would drop their marks. But now that since you started providing us with porridge and lunch, our marks have improved, and we say thank you. And may God bless you so that you may bless us.
Christian Education Group is asking for support to fund the feeding program throughout the year. Together we can ensure that no child goes hungry and that every child has a chance to succeed in school and in life. We thank you for your continued support, and may God bless you all.
Welcome back. And now we want to delve into the topic that we're going to be talking about today. So we're going to have our guest today help us understand what is mental health and its effect. So when we talk about mental health, why do you think it's an important topic to talk about, and what is its place and effect in the society today?
Mental health is an issue which suffers a lot of stigma because many people are not aware about it, or even if they are aware about it, because of the nature of the sickness, people stigmatize the victims. And many people you see in the street, if they got the right support, they could be leading productive lives. Personally, I'm a mental health champion and a survivor. And we have different types of mental health conditions, like we have schizophrenia, we have autism, we have dementia, we have bipolar disorder, and clinical depression, which is caused by prolonged stress. But personally, I suffer from bipolar disorder, and it's a condition which one gets mania or you get withdrawn. And one suffer a lot, and where one suffers a lot and one can be stigmatized. Personally, I have suffered all the negative effects of suffering mental illness, like to be denied denied working because I'm sick, like physical abuse, sexual abuse, among others. So yes, that's the challenges we encounter when we are suffering from mental illnesses.
Wow, very, very deep story, and we thank God for you and the Father you've come. And maybe I want to give you this opportunity to tell us at what point did you realize there is a problem, or is it someone who noted there is a problem, and how were you able to get help? Yeah.
Personally, I can say family support is very important. With mental illness, you don't know you have the problem because you suffer from like things we call delusions, paranoia, where you don't understand that you have a problem. Other people are the one who realize you have a problem because could be of how you are talking. So for me, it's other people who realize I have the problem. I didn't know I have the problem. And they are the one who came in for my rescue. And that is support from the family who took me to the hospital. That is only when I was only 20 years old. So it has been a long journey. I have lived with bipolar disorder for the last 25 years.
Wow.
And I can say, do not stigmatize. Give the people the support. In case you have somebody who have mental illness, give them the right support. Even the spiritual aspect, you also need to have the support. Personally, I have gotten the spiritual support even from this start. From people from my district have supported me very much. And here I am. I'm living positively with mental illness, and I'm living a productive life with mental illness. I was taken to the hospital. Actually, the first moment I was taken to see the late Dr. Cathrine, and what he said is that I may get well or I might not get well. That is depending on the statistics, how they see their patients. Some recover and some don't. So that was the report which was given to my family, that I may recover or not recover. But thanks God, because I recovered. So the journey has been through taking medications religiously and going for psychotherapy. So through that, I have managed to tackle this journey, and also to believe in God, to pray a lot. Because mental illness, when you suffer mental illness, sometimes you feel sad, you feel like giving up, you feel like life is not more important. And so what you need to do is to believe in yourself and believe in God. For me, Isaiah 41:10 has been a very encouraging verse. It's somebody who told me to look for a mantra. When I feel down, when I feel like giving up, I look for a mantra. And I made Isaiah 41:10 my mantra, that do not fear, do not be afraid. I'll hold you, I'll strengthen you, I'll help you. I'll hold you with my righteous right hand. So whenever I feel like I'm at the down point, that is the verse I meditate upon. And also to have the strong support network where I call friends or family members when I feel low, and they come for my rescue.
All right. So eventually you went to school in the subject of counseling. You can tell us about it.
Yes. Last year I graduated with degree in counseling psychology. They normally talk us as being social engineers. For me, the matter of having mental illness is the one which God gave me interest to study counseling psychology, so that I may be in a position to help myself and also help other people, to tell people you can lead a productive life even with mental health.
All right.
Mental illness.
And you can confirm the school that you went to because of someone who may be interested?
Yeah, I studied it in University of Nairobi.
Congratulations, big congratulations. In fact, they don't even call it University of Nairobi, they say the University of Nairobi. Now, I don't know what you can say. What are some of the institutions of help and options of help that are available? And is it costly? And is the government helping? Maybe you can mention about that, because many people are asking themselves, probably yes, I have agreed, I have a problem where I know someone, a loved one who has a problem, but where will I go? What can I do? So maybe you can mention, what are some of the help that is available? What are some of the places you can go? What is the government doing?
Personally, I can say the government is trying, because compared on how I started, how I felt sick in late 90s and how things are at this moment, there is some difference. The drugs has improved. There are better drugs which do not have much side effect. Like I went for my practicum at Madare National Teaching Referral Hospital, and there it's a good institution for help, and that's where we could do counseling. So even if there is that stigma that Mathare is a mental health institute, it's not a bad place to go to get help. Although personally I go to Kenyatta Hospital for my medication and for my treatment in Department of Mental Health. And there are some very good doctors, like there are doctors like the one who normally treats me, she is Dr. Violet Okesh. She is very concerned, and among others. And also, could be I'm privileged to be an employee of Ministry of Health where I work. I have gotten the right support there, because even when the pressure is too much, like I cannot handle, they consider me, and they take me where I cannot work without more pressure, where I can deliver. So I can say the government is trying, but we still have a long way to go. And that is why I decided to come public and tell people there is hope in mental health. And there's also another thing I don't want to forget. You know, people don't know the benefits which you can experience, even if you suffer from mental health. Mental health is considered as a psychiatric disability, and when you have a disability, if you are employed, you don't pay tax. If you are earning if you are earning between 1,000 to 150,000, and in case you are in business, you also don't pay tax in case your income or your profit is around that figure of 150. So this is kind of information people don't know. So I want to create awareness. These are some of the benefits which even the government gives people who suffer from mental illness.
Wow, I think that is very enlightening, that there are some of those things that the government is putting into action, like the exemption of tax and some of the facilities that are there. I don't know over time if maybe God was able to bless you with a family, or how that has been. Yes.
That's okay. I can say
yes.
For now.
Yes.
Not yet. And okay, let me also mention one of things which we suffer as people who suffer from mental illness.
It's true.
One thing is stigma, even in relationships.
Oh, yes, yes.
Because you can go and tell somebody, okay, this is how things are. This is something I have personally experienced. You know, there's not something you can keep quiet and say, I'll not tell somebody, because suppose you go to that house and now you get sick when you have not told him, and now you break down, he will live to blame you. So you find it's better to tell somebody in advance. So this is somewhere the stigma has been.
Yes.
So this has not yet.
I can imagine, and I know God will make a way. Yeah. And you are enough, and even the far you've come, this is a big testimony of what God can do. Now I want you to speak to that one person who has had those challenges, and for example, one of the one that has been so widespread because of the tough economic times, the issues of drought and all these challenges, something like depression has been widespread, which has been leading even to suicidal issues. I think maybe you can speak to that person who has been feeling hopeless about their situation, maybe their mental health situation. What can you tell them? You have overcome this far. You are working right now. You are here today to encourage people. I want you now to speak to that person who, for them, they don't have the hope that you have. You can speak to them.
What I can tell that person who is feeling hopeless, I also was once in that situation. I was so hopeless, because before I joined the government, I did join the government a long time ago. Although I have worked now for 12 years, I could be employed by private sector. And when they learn that you are sick, you get fired.
Wow.
And I could go for mental breakdown. Because financial crisis is another thing which makes people to suffer from mental illness. But I want to tell you, don't give up. Your best is yet to come. Today might be tough. Maya Agalao, you know him, you know her. She said, in this life you'll face many defeats, but don't allow yourself to be defeated. So as far as your life, don't give up. I'll tell you, don't give up, because your best is yet to come. Because even me, I had reached that state of even wanting to take my life. And I remember it was a serious, I was on top of a tree, wanted to do it.
Wow.
But before I did it, I told God, I'm not doing this because I want to do it, but nimeshindwa kuishi. But God came in and a voice told me, I'll take care of you. By then I was counting, I don't have a job.
Yes.
I had undergone some serious health problems. So I was feeling like the life has come to an end. But now, today I look back, suppose I killed myself.
Yes.
Should I be encouraging somebody today? So don't give up. Your best is yet to come.
Good. I want to give you this opportunity to mention some of the people who you look back and you're forever grateful for. Some people who you can look and say they stood with you in moments where everybody was away. I want you to give this opportunity to just mention some of the people who you will never want to leave out, who you appreciate. Go ahead.
First, I can mention my mom. My mom, even when the situation was so tough, she stood with me. I remember my mom when I was telling her, now there is no job, there is nothing. Now I have gone back to the village. I have left where I was working, I have gone back to the village. I told her, no mom, now I'm feeling like giving up. I don't know what to do. She could tell me, a dead lion is better than a live dog. This was a live dog is better than a dead lion. You could think that you are giving up. You could think like you are not better. But as far as you are alive, there is, as we are saying, you are best. Hope for you. There is hope for you as long as you are alive. And I remember she once told me, can we go? Can we by then assist Honorable Beth Mogo was Minister for Health, and she told me, can we go there and we ask her to give us a job? But I told her, you know, those people are seen by appointment, through appointment. But on that one was like that. But later, I got a job in the Ministry of Health. I served Honorable Minister direct. So I felt that like it was divine connection in that. And also I cannot forget to mention my extended family. They have been very supportive. Before to raise the bill to pay for my hospital bill, to pay for my to see that I'm okay, then to cater for my upkeep when I'm sick, because it was so overwhelming for my mom. She could not have done it alone. And also the people, even when I didn't come here, the people in the village, they are, I could tell them, they were very supportive. Even in this church, the people are very supportive.
That's no PCA Dome.
PCA Dome. Some may not know because we don't interact directly, but people from my district, even the former Reverend Furi, I remember when I felt sick, she came to see me. So it has been, I can say, community at large. My doctors, like Dr. Violet Hokesh, there's Dr. Jogona, who supports me at workplace. And also at workplace, there are some people who are very supportive. When they, like my colleague I work with, she is Caroline, among others, they are very supportive to support me. It is a network of many people. I cannot mention all, but it's a network of many people.
You've actually really tried, and I know you're so grateful. You can even sense by the way you're speaking that these people have really done it, and we want to appreciate them. That thing you do, you never know the lives that you have touched. I want to give this opportunity in this Christian Education Week just to wish the people a good week, and just to what you can urge them as we are approaching Sunday for the Christian Education Day, and your last words.
My last one to Christian education is to continue, as the theme of this year, to continue to keep the fire burning. So even for them, I am grateful for them to give me an opportunity to share my life experience. That is one good thing Christian education has done, to create awareness. That is what WHO wants us to do, create awareness to the society, so people may know about mental health conditions, so that people will not be stigmatized.
Awesome, awesome. I think this has been an amazing show. We have learned a lot, and we want to appreciate the guest so much, Joy, for making time to be with us and for enlightening us so much about mental health, about the help that is available, and of course, the biggest thing she has reminded us: let us stop stigmatizing anybody with a mental health issue, because it can happen to any one of us, and number two, it is a disease like any other. You cannot find such conversations anywhere else apart from the Tubonge Talk Show. We appreciate the big team that is behind the Tubonge Talk Show and the many media platforms that are here at PCA Dome. We continue to welcome you to like the PCA Dome and subscribe to the PCA Dome online church. And just comment right there and subscribe. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm your host, Chege Chosen. Until next time, bye.
Bye.